Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English in Minutes. I'm Natasha, and I'm so glad you've joined me today for another helpful and relaxing English learning session. In today's video, we'll practice 50 small talk sentences that are perfect for everyday English. These sentences will help you feel more confident when starting conversations in different situations, like at work, in a coffee shop, while traveling, or meeting new people, whether you're a beginner or someone who just wants to improve their fluency. This slow English shadowing video is designed to help you speak more naturally and clearly. We'll go through each sentence at a slower pace so you can repeat after me and improve your pronunciation and rhythm. As always, we'll include real-life practice examples in a story-like form to help you understand how to use these small-talk sentences in your daily life. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to speak English with ease and confidence. Let's begin with a simple and friendly small-talk sentence. How's it going? This is an informal and common way to ask someone how they are doing. You can use it with friends, classmates, or even a friendly coworker. For example, imagine you walk into the office and see your colleague making coffee. You say, "Hey, how's it going?" They smile and respond, "Pretty good, just getting my caffeine fix." Try repeating that slowly. "Hey, how's it going?" Let's say it again. "Hey, how's it going?" Practice this out loud with a calm and confident tone. This will help you sound more natural and friendly when talking to someone in real life. Another small talk sentence is, "What have you been up to lately?" This is a great way to show interest in someone's recent activities or life events. It's not too personal, but sounds very genuine. Imagine you run into a friend at the grocery store. After not seeing them for a few weeks, you smile and say, "Wow, it's been a while. What have you been up to lately?" They respond, "Oh, just working and spending time with family." Try repeating the sentence slowly now. What have you been up to lately? Speak with pauses. Breathe slowly. And let your mouth get used to forming each word clearly. Let's continue with a sentence you might hear at a coffee shop. Someone might say, "Isn't the weather nice today?" This is a classic way to start a small conversation without any pressure. It's light, easy, and friendly. You can use it while waiting in line, sitting next to someone, or even talking to a neighbor. Imagine you're waiting for your coffee, and the person beside you looks outside and says, "Isn't the weather nice today?" You can nod and reply, "Yes, it's perfect for a walk." Now say it slowly with me. Isn't the weather nice today? Try repeating that again a few times. Another good one to know is, have you been here before? This is perfect when you're meeting someone in a new place, like a restaurant or event. Imagine you're attending a small workshop for the first time, and you're sitting beside someone new. You turn to them and say, "Hi, have you been here before?" They smile and respond, "Yes, I came last month. It's really good." This question helps to break the ice and get a conversation started. Say it slowly now. Have you been here before? Let's practice together 2 more times. Now let's try a sentence that's very helpful when you want to join a conversation. Mind if I join you? This is polite and respectful, especially in group settings. For example, imagine you arrive at a social gathering and you see a few people already sitting and chatting. You approach and say with a smile, "Mind if I join you?" They nod and say, "Sure, come sit with us." Now repeat after me. Mind if I join you? Say it slowly and clearly. Here's another very common one. That's interesting. You can use this in almost any conversation. When someone tells you about their weekend plans or a movie they watched, you can say, "That's interesting," to show that you're engaged and listening. For example, if someone says, "I'm learning how to cook Italian food," you can reply, "That's interesting. I love Italian food too." Now repeat with me. That's interesting. Again, slowly. That's interesting. Let's imagine a small scenario using a few of these sentences. You walk into a small cafe and spot someone from your neighborhood. You say, "Hey, how's it going?" They smile and respond, "Pretty good, thanks. How about you?" You continue, "Good, good. Isn't the weather nice today?" They nod and say, "Yes, finally some sunshine." You both smile and you add, "Have you been here before?" They say, "Yes, their coffee is great." You reply, "That's interesting. I'll try something new then." Practicing like this helps you remember and use these sentences naturally. Let's now try a sentence that helps you share opinions. I think so too. When someone says something you agree with, this is a polite and simple way to show it. For instance, if someone says, "I really like this place," you can smile and say, "I think so too." Repeat slowly now. I think so too. Try it again with a little more rhythm. I think so too. Another one is, "I haven't seen you in a while." This is great for reconnecting with someone after a long time. You can use it with an old friend, a neighbor, or even a coworker. Imagine you meet an old classmate at the bookstore. You say, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a while." They say, "Yeah, it's been ages. How are you?" Now say it slowly with me. I haven't seen you in a while. One more time. Here's a really easy and friendly one. Nice to see you. This works in almost every setting. At the office, at a party, at school, or on the street. When you see someone you know, you can say with a warm smile, "Nice to see you." It's polite, simple, and makes others feel good. Repeat after me slowly. Nice to see you. Let's put together a short conversation for practice. Imagine you are at a local community event. You walk in and recognize someone. You smile and say, "Hi, nice to see you." They smile back. "Nice to see you too." You add, "I haven't seen you in a while." They reply, "Yeah, I've been busy with work." You say, "I think so too. Work has been keeping everyone busy lately." You both laugh and continue chatting. This kind of friendly talk builds strong English fluency. Here's another friendly sentence you can use. That sounds fun. Use this when someone tells you about something exciting. For example, if a friend says, "We're going hiking this weekend," you can respond, "That sounds fun." Repeat slowly with me. That sounds fun. Say it again. with a little smile in your tone. That sounds fun. Now try this one. How was your weekend? It's one of the most useful small talk questions. You can ask on a Monday, at work, school, or with friends. This sentence helps start a casual conversation. Imagine it's Monday morning, and you see your coworker in the elevator. You say, "Hey, how was your weekend?" They reply, "It was great. I went to the beach." Now practice with me slowly. How was your weekend? Let's do a short practice with these sentences together. You're talking to your classmate on Monday. You say, "Hey, how was your weekend?" They smile and say, "It was nice. I watched a new movie." You respond, "That sounds fun. I love movies too." They ask, "What kind of movies do you like?" You say, "I like action and drama." These small exchanges are the heart of daily conversations. Let's now try. What do you do for work? This is a common question. When meeting someone for the first time, you can ask it in a friendly and respectful tone. Imagine you meet someone new at a networking event. You shake hands and say, "So, what do you do for work?" They respond, "I'm a graphic designer." Say it slowly with me now. What do you do for work? Another friendly sentence you can use when you're just getting to know someone is, "Where are you from?" It's a simple question that shows curiosity and encourages someone to share a little about their background. For example, imagine you're at a friend's birthday party and you meet someone new. You smile and say, "Hi, I'm Natasha. Where are you from?" They reply, "I'm from Boston, but I've been living here for a few years." Say it slowly with me. Where are you from? Repeat again. Where are you from? Next, you can ask, "Do you live around here?" This is a good follow-up if someone tells you where they're from. It keeps the conversation going naturally. Picture a casual event in your neighborhood. You start talking to someone and ask, "Do you live around here?" They nod and say, "Yes, just a few blocks away." Now try saying it slowly. Do you live around here? A useful sentence that works in many situations is, "What do you like to do in your free time?" This question helps people talk about their hobbies, which usually leads to a longer and more personal conversation. Imagine you're chatting with someone during a lunch break. You ask, "So, what do you like to do in your free time?" They smile and reply, "I enjoy painting and hiking on weekends." Say it slowly with me. What do you like to do in your free time? Another sentence to keep conversations light is, "I've heard good things about this place." You can say this when you visit a new cafe, restaurant, or event and want to show some positive interest. For example, you walk into a cafe for the first time with a friend and say, "I've heard good things about this place." They reply, "Yeah, their desserts are amazing." Repeat slowly, "I've heard good things about this place." Here's a very common small talk phrase. That's a good question. Use it when someone asks you something and you need a moment to think. It also shows that you're listening. For example, your coworker might ask, What do you think is the best way to relax after work? You can respond. Hmm, that's a good question. I usually go for a walk or watch a movie. Say it with me slowly. That's a good question. Let's do a practice dialogue using a few of these sentences. You meet someone new at an art gallery. You say, "Hi, I'm Natasha. Where are you from?" They smile and say, "I'm from Seattle." You follow with, "Do you live around here?" They reply, "Yes, I just moved nearby." You add, "That's great. What do you like to do in your free time?" They answer, "I enjoy photography and exploring new places." You nod and say, "That's a good question to ask yourself. How often do you get to do what you love?" This kind of practice will make you more fluent and comfortable during real-life talks. Now try using this friendly question. Do you come here often? It's especially useful in public places like a park, library, or local cafe. It shows interest and starts a casual conversation. Imagine you're at the gym and someone is using the treadmill next to you. You smile and ask, "Do you come here often?" They respond, "Yes, I try to work out 3 times a week." Repeat slowly. Do you come here often? A positive and encouraging phrase to know is "good for you." You can say this when someone shares a goal or achievement. It's short and supportive. For instance, someone says, "I just finished reading my first English novel." You reply, "Wow, good for you." Try it slowly with me. Good for you. Another helpful expression is, "I totally get that." This shows empathy and understanding. When someone shares how they feel, this phrase helps you connect with them. For example, your friend says, "I've been so tired from work lately." You nod and say, "Yeah, I totally get that." Repeat with me now. I totally get that. Let's create a short story for more practice. You are waiting at a bus stop. A woman next to you starts a conversation. She says, "Do you come here often?" You reply, "Yes, I take this bus every morning." She says, "Me too. It's usually on time." You smile and say, "That's good to know. I've heard good things about this route." She nods and says, "Yeah, the drivers are nice too." You add, "Good for you. For taking the bus every day, it's better than driving in traffic." She laughs and agrees. This type of interaction is short, friendly, and common in daily life. Try this one. What do you think? This is a useful phrase when you want to ask someone's opinion. It's open-ended and friendly. For example, your classmate says, "I'm thinking of joining the drama club." You reply, "That sounds fun. What do you think?" Now repeat slowly. What do you think? Another one is, "That makes sense?" Use this when you agree with someone's explanation. Imagine someone says, "I prefer working at night because it's quieter." You can nod and say, "Yeah, that makes sense." Say it slowly. That makes sense. Let's try a simple but helpful question. Are you from around here? Similar to, do you live around here? It's another way to ask about someone's hometown or neighborhood. Imagine you're attending a local workshop. You meet someone new and say, "Hi, Are you from around here? They respond, No, I just moved here last month. Repeat with me slowly. Are you from around here? Here's a supportive phrase to learn. Take your time. It shows patience and kindness. For instance, if someone is struggling to explain something or needs a moment to think, you can say, Take your time. It helps people feel comfortable. Try it now. Take your time. Let's do another shadowing practice. Using these sentences. Imagine you're at a book club meeting and you're talking to a new member. You say, Hi, are you from around here? They say, Yes, I live a few streets away. You ask, Do you come here often? They reply, This is my first time. You say, That makes sense. It's a great group. Later, when they pause while thinking, you gently say, Take your time. They smile, feeling relaxed. These little sentences help you build friendly, meaningful conversations. Another great question to ask is, Do you have any recommendations? This is useful when you want someone's advice or suggestion, especially about food, books, or places to visit. Imagine you're in a new town and you ask a local, Do you have any recommendations for lunch spots? They say, Yes, try the Italian place 2 blocks away. Say it slowly now. Do you have any recommendations? Here's another common sentence. Sounds good to me. It shows agreement in a friendly and casual way. If someone says, Let's meet at 5 p.m., you can reply, Sounds good to me. Try saying it slowly. Sounds good to me. We'll now do another short scene for practice. You're meeting your friend to make weekend plans. They say, Let's try the new burger place downtown. You say, Do you have any recommendations? They reply, Yes. I heard their veggie burger is amazing. You respond, Sounds good to me. Let's do it. These quick exchanges help you become more fluent and natural in small talk situations. Let's now try one more. It's been a while. You can use this when you haven't seen someone for some time. It's warm and friendly. Imagine you bump into a college friend. After months, you say, Hey, it's been a while. They laugh and say, Yeah, how have you been? Say it slowly. It's been a while. Here's a simple sentence to show interest. Tell me more. This encourages someone to keep talking and makes you a better listener. If someone says, I just started learning Spanish, you can smile and say, Oh, really? Tell me more. Say it now slowly. Tell me more. Let's continue with a polite way to enter a conversation or respond kindly. You can say, I hope I'm not interrupting. This sentence is perfect when joining a group or approaching someone who is already speaking. It shows respect and creates a friendly atmosphere. Imagine you're walking into a room where 2 people are having a discussion. You quietly say, Hi, I hope I'm not interrupting. They smile and reply, Not at all. Come in. Now repeat slowly with me. I hope I'm not interrupting. Say it again with a soft tone. Here's another useful expression. That's a great idea. It's always helpful to have positive responses ready when someone shares a plan, suggestion, or thought. You can use this in meetings, social settings, or even casual conversations. For example, your friend says, "Let's have a picnic this weekend." You respond, "That's a great idea." Practice now slowly. That's a great idea. When you meet someone new and want to keep the conversation going, you can ask, "How do you know each other?" It's especially helpful when you're in a group or attending a gathering. For instance, you're at a birthday party, talking to two people who seem to know each other well. You smile and ask, "So, how do you know each other?" One of them replies, "Oh, we went to college together." Try repeating that with me. How do you know each other? Another sentence you can use in conversations to keep things comfortable is, "It's a small world." This is often said when you discover that you and the other person have something or someone in common unexpectedly. Imagine you meet someone at a workshop, and after a few minutes, you both realize you went to the same school. You smile and say, "Wow, it's a small world." Let's practice slowly. It's a small world. Here's a simple and thoughtful question. How's your day going? You can use it almost any time, whether you're talking to a colleague, a cashier, or a classmate. It shows that you care, and it opens the door to a relaxed conversation. For example, you're buying coffee and say to the barista, "How's your day going?" They reply, "Pretty good so far. Thanks for asking." Now say it with me. How's your day going? Now imagine a scene for practice. You're waiting in line at a bookstore, and the person behind you makes eye contact and smiles. You say, "Hi, how's your day going?" They respond, "Not bad. Just picking up a gift for a friend." You nod and say, "That's thoughtful. I always love giving books as gifts." Then you ask, "Have you been here before?" They say, "Yes, this shop has a great collection." You both smile and continue talking while waiting. These small exchanges help you practice fluent and real conversation skills. Let's try a very short but warm sentence now. Long time no see. It's casual and friendly, and perfect when reconnecting with someone. Imagine you run into a former coworker at the mall. You smile and say, "Hey, long time no see." They laugh and say, "I know. How have you been?" Now practice slowly. Long time no see. When someone tells you good news, a helpful and polite thing to say is, "I'm happy for you." It shows support and kindness. If someone says, "I just got a new job," you can smile and say, "That's amazing. I'm happy for you." Say it slowly with me now. I'm happy for you. Here's a neutral phrase you can use when you're unsure what to say or want to keep the conversation going. I see what you mean. It's a way of showing you understand without fully agreeing or disagreeing. For example, your friend says, "I think online meetings are more convenient than in-person ones." You nod and say, "I see what you mean." Try it now slowly. I see what you mean. Let's now do a practice story using some of these phrases. You go to a networking event and see someone you haven't talked to in a while. You say, a long time no see. They reply, it's been a while. How are things? You say, good. How's your day going? They say, busy but exciting. I started a new role last week. You smile and say, that's amazing. I'm happy for you. They respond with thanks, and you continue the conversation with, so, how do you know everyone here? They explain, and you say, it's a small world. I've met a few people from that company too. This short conversation shows how small talk can flow naturally when you practice regularly. Let's learn another everyday expression. Fingers crossed. You use this when you are hoping for something to turn out well. It's a playful and hopeful phrase. For instance, someone says, I applied for a new position last week. You respond, good luck, fingers crossed for you. Repeat with me. Fingers crossed. Here's a polite and professional way to respond when someone thanks you. Anytime. It means you're happy to help and willing to do it again. For example, someone says, thanks for helping me with the project. You smile and say, anytime. Now practice slowly. Any time. Another question that keeps conversations alive is, have you traveled anywhere recently? This one is great for discovering common interests. For example, you're chatting with a friend at lunch. You ask, have you traveled anywhere recently? They say, yes, I visited the mountains last month. Now slowly repeat, have you traveled anywhere recently? Try this short and natural expression. Can't complain. When someone asks how you are, and you want to say you're doing fine, but not overly excited, can't complain is the perfect response. Imagine your coworker says, how's everything going? You reply with a smile. Can't complain? Now repeat it slowly. Can't complain. Now let's practice a little scene together. You're catching up with a friend at a cafe. They ask, how's life? You reply, can't complain. Things are going okay. You ask, have you traveled anywhere recently? They smile and say, yes, I went to the coast for a short brawl. Eek. You say, that sounds relaxing. Fingers crossed you'll get another break soon. They laugh, and you continue. Well, it's really good to see you again. Long time no see. These little exchanges are filled with small talk phrases that build your fluency, one sentence at a time. Let's now learn a helpful question. Are you working on anything exciting? This one is useful in professional or creative settings. It invites the other person to share what they're passionate about. Imagine you're at a conference and meet someone new. You say, hi, I'm Natasha. Are you working on anything exciting these days? They reply, actually, yes. I'm starting a podcast about design. You respond, that's a great idea. Now repeat slowly. Are you working on anything exciting? Another friendly phrase is, you never know. You can use it when talking about future possibilities. For example, someone says, maybe I'll move to another country someday. You can reply, you never know. Life is full of surprises. Practice it slowly. You never know. Let's now try one more. It was nice talking to you. This is a polite way to end a conversation, naturally and positively. Imagine you've been chatting with someone at a gathering, and it's time to move on. You smile and say, "Well, it was nice talking to you. Let's catch up again soon." Repeat now slowly. It was nice talking to you. Let's continue with another simple but effective question. What brings you here? You can use this at events, meetups, or any situation where people gather. It's a friendly way to find out someone's reason for attending. For example, you're at a book club meeting and you meet someone new. You say, "Hi, I'm Natasha. What brings you here?" They smile and respond, "I've always wanted to read more and meet new people." Now repeat slowly. What brings you here? Another great question is, how do you spend your weekends? This is a casual way to get to know someone's lifestyle or interests. It works in both personal and professional environments. Imagine you're at lunch with a coworker and you ask, "How do you spend your weekends?" They reply, "Usually relaxing, maybe going to the movies or hiking." Try it slowly with me. How do you spend your weekends? A sentence that often appears in friendly chats is, "I've been meaning to do that." This means you've wanted to do something but haven't gotten to it yet. For instance, someone says, "I recently started yoga." You reply, "Oh, I've been meaning to do that." Now repeat it slowly. I've been meaning to do that. Another positive and encouraging phrase is, "That must be exciting." Use this when someone tells you about a new opportunity or experience. For example, a friend says, "I'm moving to a new city next month." You respond, "Wow, that must be exciting." Say it slowly. That must be exciting. Here's another natural follow-up question to keep the conversation going. How did that go? Use it after someone tells you about something they did. For instance, a colleague says, "I had an interview yesterday." You ask, "Oh, really? How did that go?" Now repeat slowly with me. How did that go? Now imagine a short conversation using these phrases. You meet a new neighbor at a community event. You say, "Hi, what brings you here?" They reply, "I just moved to the area and wanted to meet people." You say, "That must be exciting. How do you spend your weekends?" They say, "Mostly exploring new places. Last week I went hiking." You respond, "I've been meaning to do that too. Sounds fun." These little phrases help you build warm, open conversations that feel effortless. Let's try another question you can use in casual situations. What's your favorite thing to do around here? This helps someone talk about local places or activities. You might be at a local park and ask a fellow walker, "What's your favorite thing to do around here?" They reply, "I love the weekend farmers market." Say it slowly now. What's your favorite thing to do around here? Next, let's practice a sentence that's useful in follow-up conversations. I was just thinking about that. Use this when someone brings up something you were already considering. For example, your friend says, "Let's try a new restaurant." You say, "I was just thinking about that." Practice slowly. I was just thinking about that. Try this short question next. Did you hear about? You can use it to introduce a topic, like news or events. Imagine talking to a coworker. "Did you hear about the new movie coming out this weekend?" They say, "Yes, I can't wait to watch it. Now slowly. Did you hear about? Here's a very friendly sentence to encourage someone. You're really good at that. You can use it when someone shows a skill, like drawing, explaining something, or even making a good joke. For example, your friend plays the guitar, and you say, "Wow, you're really good at that." Now repeat it slowly. You're really good at that. Let's do a short practice dialogue. You're sitting at a picnic table with a few people. You turn to the person next to you and say, "Did you hear about the local food festival this weekend?" They respond, "Yes, I'm planning to go." You say, "I was just thinking about that. It sounds amazing." Then you ask, "What's your favorite thing to do around here?" They say, "I love checking out live music events." You smile and say, "That's awesome. You're really good at finding cool things to do." These sentences help you sound confident and interested in any social setting. Let's now try another polite question. Mind if I ask you something? This is helpful when you want to start a personal question respectfully. For example, you're talking to a new colleague and you want to ask where they're from. You say, "Me mom." And if I ask you something, they say, "Not at all." Then you ask your question. Practice it now. Mind, if I ask you something. Another great phrase to express agreement is, "I couldn't agree more." It means you strongly agree with someone. For example, someone says, "It's important to take breaks while working." You respond, "I couldn't agree more." Try it slowly. I couldn't agree more. Let's try one that shows politeness when ending a chat. I'll let you get back to it. This is useful when someone looks busy and you want to end the conversation politely. For example, if you're talking to a coworker who looks like they're working, you can say, "All right, I'll let you get back to it. Nice talking to you." Repeat it with me. I'll let you get back to it. Now imagine a quick real-life scenario using a few of these phrases. You meet someone at a co-working space. You say, "Mind if I ask you something?" They reply, "Go ahead." You say, "Are you working on anything exciting?" They say, "Yes, I'm launching a blog." You respond, "That's awesome. I couldn't agree more with writing as a way to express ideas." Then you smile and say, "Well, I'll let you get back to it. Hope to see you again." Short, polite, and friendly, just how small talk should be. Here's a very supportive phrase. Take care. It's used when saying goodbye and shows you care. You can use it in emails, phone calls, or face-to-face goodbyes. For example, after finishing a chat at a cafe, you say, "It was nice talking to you. Take care." Practice now. Take care. Another sentence to make someone feel comfortable is, "No worries at all." Use it when someone apologizes for something small. For example, if a friend says, "Sorry I'm a bit late," you can reply, "No worries at all." It's relaxed and kind. Say it slowly. No worries at all. You can also say, "Let's keep in touch." This is used at the end of a conversation when you want to stay connected with someone. For example, after a conference, you say to a new connection, "It was great meeting you. Let's keep in touch." Try it now. Let's keep in touch. Let's imagine one more scene to put it all together. You meet a fellow student at the library. You talk for a few minutes about books and studies. Then you say, "Well, I'll let you get back to it. It was nice talking to you." They smile and say, "You too." You add, "Let's keep in touch." Then before leaving, you smile and say, "Take care." These closing phrases give your English a smooth, polite finish. Congratulations! You've now practiced 50 small talk sentences for everyday English, with real examples and slow shadowing exercises. These phrases are not just useful, they are part of real conversations in everyday life. From meeting someone new to ending a chat politely, from showing interest to expressing understanding, you've explored a full range of friendly, natural language. The more you shadow and repeat these sentences, the more fluent, confident, and relaxed your English speaking will become. Remember, the key is not just to memorize sentences, but to use them daily. Practice with friends, talk to yourself out loud, or listen to these sentences again and again. Each time you say them, you're training your brain and your voice to think and speak in English more naturally. Don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this session helpful and enjoyable. If you liked this video, make sure to check out other shadowing videos on our channel for more slow English practice. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with new videos every day. I'm Natasha, and I'll see you again very soon. Until then, take care and keep practicing English with confidence.